Money in the Bank 2024 has come and gone, and it wasn't a bad pay-per-view actually. In terms of in-ring work rate, it wasn't that bad. I enjoyed every single match actually. And let's go from the top of the card to the bottom, and I'm gonna tell you guys what my thoughts are, what I disliked, what I liked, and my rating for this show. Now, the first match was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I just want to make something clear. Even though I predicted what was gonna happen, doesn't mean I enjoyed watching what I predicted happening. Let me get this straight. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, yeah, Drew McIntyre, Chad Gable, and Chad Gable. Did I like what I saw? Did I enjoy the match? Yes, I actually really did enjoy the match. The match itself, in terms of in-ring work rate, it was actually pretty amazing to watch. But aside from how good the match was, the outcome of the match, even though I got it right, I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree Drew McIntyre should have won the Money in the Bank ladder match because it could have benefited anyone else in that match for like holding it for a year and then taking advantage of that opportunity of the Money in the Bank briefcase, cashing it in whenever he wanted to become a world champion like LA Knight, because WWE owes LA Knight a championship, a Money in the Bank briefcase actually in that rather. But the match itself was pretty amazing. Chad Gable, in my opinion, was the MVP of that match. He took incredible ladder bumps. There was a time where LA Knight showed a little bit that wasn't supposed to be seen. Andrade with the power bomb onto the ladder. Power bombing Carmelo Hayes onto that ladder. This match was pretty amazing. There was amazing spots. But the winner of the match, Drew McIntyre, even though I predicted him, it shouldn't have been Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna talk about this later, so I'm gonna hold on to that thought. But yeah, it could have benefited someone else, like Chad Gable, like LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes. It could have benefited them more than Drew McIntyre. Next match, I actually really thought, I bet everything I have that Braun Breaker, I was certain that Braun Breaker was gonna win the Intercontinental Championship. But Sami Zayn again proved me wrong. I am a Sami Zayn fan, but I was pretty certain that Braun Breaker was gonna win this match. But Sami Zayn proved us wrong, and Braun Breaker lost with one haluva kick to the face. I don't agree with this decision. I think Triple H was wrong here. I definitely think Braun Breaker should have won. It definitely hurts his momentum. It's Braun Breaker's first loss on the main roster, because he was undefeated. Yeah, I definitely think Braun Breaker should have won here, but this match was actually, again, in terms of in-ring work, this match was actually pretty great, pretty amazing. I give it a thumbs up, and I give the Money in the Bank ladder match a thumbs up. Just not the winner. And I actually thought Braun Breaker was gonna win. Sami Zayn Helluva kicked Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker looked pretty strong in this match, but I guess Sami Zayn retains. And another thing about the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men, as soon as Jey Uso made his entrance, I was sold that Jey Uso was going to become Yeet in the Bank, Money in the Bank. They built Jey Uso up so well to make us think that they are going to finally pull the trigger on him and give him a Money in the Bank briefcase. Give him the Intercontinental Championship. Give him the Undisputed Championship. But no, they are still fearful to pull the trigger on Jey Uso, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. But next, let's talk about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match as Damian Priest defended his title against Seth freaking Rollins. And again, this match was incredible. Incredible. Seth Rollins is amazing at what he does, ladies and gentlemen. That Falcon Arrow was gonna give him the 1, 2, 3, and that botch, I don't know what that botch was, but to me, I did not see any kick out by Damian Priest. That should have been Seth Rollins won. Seth Rollins should have won there. Seth Rollins definitely should have won there, but after that happened, here comes Mr. Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre, coming down to the ring with a walking pace. He's not even in a rush. He cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase, claymores the heck out of Seth Rollins. They go for a little bit of minutes. Claymores Damian Priest, grabs him to the middle of the ring, and here comes CM Punk. And here's what I think, guys. This feud didn't need anything else. It was already fire, and all of us wrestling fans was already hyped up for this SummerSlam match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. CM Punk did not need to cost him anything else. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fire to watch. But do I agree with it? No, I don't agree with it at all. CM Punk didn't need to cost Drew McIntyre anything else. After that Chicago beatdown by Drew McIntyre, that should have been it. And then they should have did like promo battles back and forth. Maybe when CM Punk comes back in an ambulance, something like that. But CM Punk didn't need to cost Drew McIntyre his cash in here. But I mean, there is some good stuff that came out of this. It reunited the feud between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. It hyped up even more Drew McIntyre and CM Punk's feud. Damian Priest is still in the Judgment Day. Seth Rollins can't challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship again. Why? Because of CM Punk. But I mean, yeah, I don't like the same day cash-ins. I'm the type of person who loves the Money in the Bank briefcase and the contract giving you that opportunity to cash in whenever you want, wherever you want, up to a year. And WWE is fearing, another fear of them is having two Money in the Bank holders going on the same time. Like, I don't know what's happening here, but they're very scared to have both Miss Money in the Bank and Mr. Money in the Bank at the same time. Like, just think of it. After Carmella's Money in the Bank ladder, Miss Money in the Bank holding it for a year until before she cashed in, every other Miss Money in the Bank cashed in the same night, and Mr. Money in the Bank, whoever it was, ran with the Money in the Bank briefcase for a year or a couple months or until WrestleMania, like Damian Priest last year. Like, it's the same thing here. Drew McIntyre, they went with Drew McIntyre to win Mr. Money in the Bank, and then they buried the Money in the Bank contract to further the feud and make more storylines between Damian Priest, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Yeah, I don't like that. Like why? You get what I mean? Like Jey Uso, they built him up ever since that entrance. He was the first one out. They didn't give him the Money in the Bank briefcase. They teased us because they did something like last year. Like LA Knight. LA Knight didn't come close to the Money in the Bank briefcase this year. And they should give that man something. He is so over with the fans, and they should give him something. And they're gonna give him something at SummerSlam. As you guys saw my LA Knight video, I posted it after Money in the Bank. It should have went out before Money in the Bank, but it is what it is. LA Knight is gonna win the US Championship. I'm not really worried about him, but they are still fearing pulling the trigger on Jey Uso. Jey Uso has everything in the world right now to pull the trigger. Triple H just pulled the trigger on Jey Uso, man. Pull the trigger and give him something. Give him something. Anyway, I'm not a fan of what happened. The match gets a 5-star from me, but the outcome of the match doesn't get anything from me. But overall, I'll give it a thumbs up because of the match. They did cook out there until Drew McIntyre came out. CM Punk cashing in. Now let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Literally. Guys, if you know me, if we're close, you know that I'm a wrestling fan because of John Cena. And this got me in the feels once I watched it. John Cena came out and he announced his retirement. If you know me, and if we're close, you know that I don't know how to show my emotions. I don't know how to cry on command. But John Cena got me into the business of wrestling, got me to be a wrestling fan, and he came out to the ring to announce his retirement. I'm not ready for this. I'm not physically ready for this. I'm not emotionally ready for this. John Cena, my favorite of all time, my GOAT. is retiring from the WWE. But I love how he's going to retire because it gave me a sense of Kurt Angle's retirement, his farewell retirement leading to WrestleMania. And that you better believe I ordered his shirt that says "After this, you can't see me," and that got me to break down in tears. I'm not gonna lie, man. My GOAT is retiring. Oh man, my GOAT is retiring, man. I'm getting emotional. Man, I gotta see if I can go to a wrestling event. Man. "25 years. 25 years. John Cena's retiring. I am not ready for this. Royal Rumble is gonna be his last. Elimination Chamber is gonna be his last. WrestleMania in Las Vegas is gonna be his last. And I'm not ready for this at all. But I am so glad he's doing 30 to 40 shows. He's gonna be on Netflix for Raw. Maybe SmackDown on USA. Who knows? But I'm very excited for this. And I'm not ready for this. John Cena, you brought me into this world. And I'm still gonna be in this world when you leave. And you're still gonna be my GOAT. I love you so much. And I'm going to miss you so much. Anyway, let's talk about the main event, because the new bloodline, the hypothetical tribal chief Solo Sikoa, the enforcer Jacob Fatu, the right hand man Tama Tonga, and the infamous Tama Loa, the bloodline, taking on the Viper Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. This match was actually incredible. And I forgot the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'll come back to this. But this match was actually incredible. All I'm gonna say is it showcased the bloodline to be that dominant bloodline in the group. Jacob Fatu, hats off to him. Round of applause for him. He's dominant. His work in the ring is amazing. And I'm actually glad that I was wrong in my predictions, because the bloodline should have won here, and they did. And it shows us, it tells us that they are that dominant faction of the group right now. The triple power bomb to the commentary table was an amazing spot. Everything about this match was incredible. The outcome of this match was really good. I'm glad the bloodline won here. Yeah, the bloodline reigns supreme, and they're dominant. All this match tells us, and I should have saw this from a mile away, but the bloodline is dominant going into SummerSlam, and Roman Reigns is definitely going to return at SummerSlam. Now let's talk about that women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the best Money in the Bank women's ladder match ever. That table spot from Chelsea Green Oh my gosh, bro. That finish was incredible. Chelsea Green climbs up the ladder, tries to take the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then Tiffany Stratton, the center of the universe, shakes the ladder because Chelsea Green is fear of heights, throws her down to the tables that they set up together, and Tiffany Stratton climbs up to grab the briefcase. Hats off to Tiffany Stratton. I cannot wait to see that pink Money in the Bank briefcase, and I cannot wait to see where she cashes in. And after Nia Jax beats Bayley, even though I'm a Bayley fan, Nia Jax is gonna beat Bayley at SummerSlam. I cannot wait to see the team between them and how Tiffany Stratton beats Nia Jax, cashes in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Cannot wait to see that happen. But Zoe Stark, I actually hope Zoe Stark's okay because she took a really hard bump with Io Sky. Like, Io Sky stayed in this position for a long time. Zoe Stark hit the ladder pretty hard. But this match, hats off to the women, no 4 horsewomen. This match was the match of the night. Thumbs up from me. This match was pretty great. Anyway, guys, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought of the show. I really want to know. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. But until then, peace.